Ladies and gentlemen, Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta has lost Jubilee Party. Jubilee Party is now under the control of William Samoei Arap Ruto through Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege. William Ruto was determined to forcefully take over Jubilee Party from Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta. So yesterday, the Political Parties Tribunal made its ruling, and the ruling went in favor of Kanini Kega's group. As a matter of fact, as we speak now, according to that ruling, Sabina Chege is now the party leader of Jubilee Party. Kanini Kega is now the Secretary General of Jubilee Party instead of Jeremiah Kioni. As we speak, David Murathe is no longer the Vice Chairperson of Jubilee Party. That position has now gone to Eden Keynan. David Murathe was one of the closest allies of Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta. He's the one who engineered the removal of William Samoei Arap Ruto from Jubilee Party. So we can easily conclude that if William Ruto wanted to revenge against Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta, he has finally succeeded. So in this video, I want us to look at two things. Why William Ruto was so determined in taking control of Jubilee Party, which begs the question, will it add value to Kenya Kwanza or to William Samoei Arap Ruto? And number two, I also want to look at what next for Uhuru Mugai Kenyatta. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And without any further ado, kindly guys, take a few seconds or minutes, just one or two, listen in to Kanini Kega speaking after taking control of Jubilee Party. Who would have imagined that Kanini Kega, who was just Uhuru Kenyatta's errand boy, would finally take control of Jubilee Party?
The courts have finally pronounced themselves, and they have confirmed that we were elected light-free in the position that we hold in Jubilee. And we want to thank God, because this has been a long journey. It is actually 5 months today since the meeting that was done in Nakuru on the 10th of February, where a raft of changes were done in the Jubilee Party. As you remember, Jubilee used to be the largest party in our country, but because of mismanagement here and there, Jubilee ended up being the third largest party in the country. And we decided as members to take action, to change the leadership so that we can keep the hopes of our followers alive. And I'm happy that today the PPDT has, through the majority vote, agreed with all the organs of the party that we were rightfully put in office. We want to assure our members who are in all corners of our country that we are coming to visit you. We will come to you, and we'll make sure that all our organs are properly functioning. We don't want to have a situation whereby there is only one person who makes decisions on behalf of the rest of the members. Before we do the NDC, we'll have our townhouse meetings or town hall meetings, where we'll come, do public participation, ask you what you want, and as we move forward, we want to assure you that we will revamp our party, energize our party, and assure our members that in 2027, Jubilee will still be there. Jubilee will field candidates. So those who have been peddling falsehood and lies that Jubilee is up for sale, we want to tell them that that's plain lies that you have been peddling to our people out there.
Which means, from that statement and based on the ruling, that Uhuru Kenyatta is no longer the party leader of Jubilee Party. And I don't know the action or the move, the next move Jubilee Party is likely to make. But why do you think William Ruto was determined in taking control of Jubilee Party? Several reasons. Number one, William Ruto is keen or has been keen on forcing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta out of politics. If you've been following the politics of this country, if there's an individual who is giving Kenya Kwanza serious political headache, then that individual is none other than Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. As a matter of fact, everybody in Kenya Kwanza is blaming Uhuru Kenyatta for everything. You know, sometimes I laugh, for example, when they claim that Uhuru Kenyatta is the one sponsoring Raila Odinga. Well, Raila Odinga joined politics when Uhuru Kenyatta was still somewhere in Kiambu, being rehabilitated by Rigathi Gachagua, if what Rigathi Gachagua said is anything to go by. Raila Odinga has managed to contest for the presidency almost 4 times. In most cases, opposing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, which means Uhuru Kenyatta is the biggest headache for William Ruto. So William Ruto wanted a way of forcing Uhuru Kenyatta out of office, out of politics. He tried by giving him that AU job, Uhuru said no. He tried by stopping his benefit, Uhuru said no. Now he has taken control of Jubilee Party. Will that now force Uhuru Kenyatta out of politics? So that's the first thing why he wanted Jubilee. He wanted to take control of Jubilee Party, because by taking control of Jubilee Party, Uhuru will be partyless, which would mean Uhuru will be embarrassed to either join another political party or form another political party. So that's about number 2. If you ask me, it's kind of a punishment or a revenge on Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. You know, William Ruto worked so hard, really hard. That's a fact. In 2017 for Jubilee Party. He engineered the merger of almost 13 political parties to form Jubilee Party. And he knew he was doing that because he wanted to use Jubilee as a platform for his 2022 election. But along the way, there was the handshake. Before William Ruto knew, he was partyless. So there was no way he was going to spare Uhuru Kenyatta. So I'm reading revenge. Number 3, if you ask me, if William Ruto is not fully into this, then Rigathi Gachagua might also be behind it. And why would Rigathi Gachagua be behind the move? Because, you know, Rigathi Gachagua's politics is a bit dirty also. Rigathi Gachagua is looking at fallback party. Because there's this story that, oh, Ruto might go with Mudavadi, or Ruto might not pick Rigathi, or the Mount Kenya needs their own political party. So Rigathi Gachagua might actually take Jubilee Party and have it as a fallback. And that's probably explain why William Ruto has now unleashed Moses Kuria to checkmate his allies, which is Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege, because the other day you saw Sabina Chege, Moses Kuria attending certain functions down there. Number 4, I also tend to think that William Ruto is keen on trying. Number 4, I also tend to think that William Ruto is actually keen on controlling Mount Kenya politics. And he can only control Mount Kenya politics if he's controlling the political parties down there. As long as Jubilee was not under Kenya Kwanza and not under William Ruto, there was no way he was going to control Jubilee Party. Already he sorted out the UDA, and any elected member of parliament, senator or governor on UDA cannot even raise a voice in the mountain. The only voice which was coming from Jubilee because of Uhuru Kenyatta. So by now taking control of Jubilee Party, William Ruto believes very strongly that now he's in charge of Kenya Kwanza politics, which means he can have Jubilee Party fund its activity in the region, mop up, add a few people who are not comfortable in joining UDA. Then towards the election, he can engineer a merger. I also tend to think that William Ruto is actually keen on another merger of all political parties forming Kenya Kwanza. Already those in Jubilee, in UDA are sorted. But he wants Ford Kenya, he wants ANC Party, he wants Maendeleo Chap, he wants Jubilee to be part of that wider party. So because of those reasons, there was no way William Ruto was going to spare any opportunity to let Uhuru Kenyatta control Jubilee Party. But what are the options available for Uhuru Kenyatta? What next for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? That is the question. For me, the move by Ruto to take control of Jubilee Party, in my view, could be a blessing in disguise for Uhuru Kenyatta if he can scheme a while enough. But again, it can also turn out to be bad luck for Uhuru Kenyatta, which means he's going to make history as the first president of the Republic of Kenya to lose his political party easily. Mwai Kibaki never lost DP until he died. Mzee Moi never lost KANU until he died. Uhuru lost or has lost Jubilee. But what next? Number one, in my view, Uhuru Kenyatta can actually identify a political party in the mountain. You know, there are several political parties in the Republic of Kenya. I think there are 89. I think Central Kenya leads in the number of political parties. Uhuru Kenyatta can identify one political party from the mountain and revive that political party. Whether NAK Kenya, whether Usawa Party, ile ya Mwangi wa Iria, whether ile ya Peter Munya, what's the name? Peter Munya, PNU. But Uhuru Kenyatta can identify one of those political parties. Then rally all these his allies into that party. Revamp it. Because I don't think it was going to be possible. Even if they were to win at the Supreme Court, I don't think, of course, the case cannot go to Supreme Court, but I don't think they will be able to win it even at the High Court. So for me, it's a good riddance. Let him identify a political party, rally his troops around that party, and again, it's also opportunity for him now to agree with the other political players from the mountain that they are being targeted. So he can convince Martha Karua, Mwangi wa Iria, who else has a political party, Peter Munya, who else? All those guys who are supporting of his bids, of his schemes, then support them politically. Uhuru has the ability and the capacity to fund a political party. So that's number one. Number two, which I think is something he should think about, Uhuru Kenyatta can form another political party. In fact, when this was began, I wondered, especially when they held their NDC, I wondered why the NDC was about Jubilee. That NDC ought to have been about a new political party. Because the memory of Jubilee in this country, Jubilee was painted so bad by Kenya Kwanza. No amount of rebranding, just like KANU. You can't rebrand KANU again in this country easily. It will take time. That's exactly what's happening to Jubilee. Uhuru Kenyatta can revive, can form another political party and build it from the ground. Say, okay, ile wamechukua, so we are coming with a new political party. Because one thing I know for sure is that someone like Kanini Kega, someone like Sabina Chege, they don't even have the capacity to organize a single NDC. If they organize NDC, that NDC will be organized by someone else, the state, or by Ruto. So we can go ahead and form another political party. Number three, Uhuru Kenyatta can take the legal route. He can appeal at the High Court because that's within the law. Then prosecute the matter there. Because based on the way things are moving, the courts have been, the political parties, tribunal, and and the political parties dispute resolution the register of political parties and the political parties tribunal, in my view, are compromised. So Uhuru can't get any justice from there. So he can escalate it to High Court and prosecute the matter. And lastly, if you ask me, Uhuru Kenyatta can simply just move to the ground. Start thanking those who voted for him when he was the Jubilee leader, those who voted for him when he was the president of the Republic of Kenya. Because right now, Kenya Kwanza and UDA, I think, are the most unpopular political party on the ground in the mountain. So Uhuru Kenyatta can just go, and by that, he will be able to seek sympathy. Sympathy is a very powerful tool in politics. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.